Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then my name is Sana, and for the past 10 years I have been writing on Wattpad, and around a year and a half ago I joined their star program and also their paid writers program. So this is another Wattpad related video, and essentially it's going to address how to keep your readers engaged on Wattpad. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching. So firstly, in order to keep your readers engaged, you need to actually capture their attention as much as you can, and that comes with the first impressions of your book. So when you open Wattpad, you actually open different genres to search up a book. And when you open a genre, there are thousands of books competing with each other. And essentially the first thing that a reader sees when they open Wattpad is the title of the book and the book cover. So it's really important that you spend some time on your title and your book cover and trying to optimize them and make them the most appealing out of all the other books that they're competing with. So spend some time and make sure that the picture that you use has a very good or high resolution, and you can find these pictures from websites like We Heart It or Pinterest, or if you're going for a picture that has no copyright issues and stuff like that, then maybe websites like unsplash.com. So now you have the picture, you're going to write the title on it. So the title has to be really clear, and the font that you choose essentially is really important, because you don't want to pick a font that is really hard to read, maybe written in cursive, that makes no sense when you're scrolling really quickly through Wattpad. So make it very clear, but put some effort into your cover. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to keep them there. You don't want to give them an excuse to run away, to click away. So spend some time and really work on the first chapter or the first few chapters of your book. The second thing is that when it comes to Wattpad, it's so easy to find books that have sadly been really poorly written. When you open up the first chapter, they are full of typos, they have really bad vocabulary, punctuation, and also on top of that, they decide to add in unrealistic characters and unrealistic dialogues. Now keep in mind, when a reader starts your story for the first time, they don't know who your characters are. They don't really know the setting, the backstories of people. So that's okay, but what's not okay is to bring in their whole backstory in the first chapter, to just ambush the reader with all of this information, because frankly, they don't even know what's going on. And if you give them all that information in the beginning, it's going to be overwhelming and frankly be very unrealistic and unnatural. And they'll probably, click off your story as fast as they can. Spend some time away from your story and actually work on the characters themselves, outline them in journals and stuff like that. So write down their tone, their outlook in life, ask them different questions. Like if you have a question, think about the way different characters would respond to a specific thing. We all react in different ways to different situations. So remember that your characters are the same way. And if you're going to write your character in 10 different personalities in 10 different chapters, then it's not going to be something that the reader will enjoy reading. They're going to feel something's off and click off, to be honest. Now, stories and books do well when the characters are believable, and also when the readers actually believe in the plot and believe in the conflict and want to see that conflict resolved at the end of the book. So when you're actually writing on Wattpad, it's easy to get lost in it because you're expected to upload consistently, but at the same time, you're not writing as fast as you should. So perhaps before you begin writing on Wattpad, make a brief outline. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least know what your plot is, know what the conflict is, and know what the goal of the protagonist or the antagonist is at the end. So that when you're, reaching the middle or the end of your book, it's not this haphazard mess that your reader will be able to smell from a mile away. Good vocabulary and good descriptions are integral for good stories. But sometimes what we do by mistake or unknowingly, we kind of overcompensate for scenes and situations that don't really have much importance to the story. Now, this is something that we usually, during editing and redrafting our stories, we actually, take them out of the story because we realize that, this entire kitchen scene isn't necessary to the whole plot. It's unnecessary, it's boring, and it practically adds nothing of value to the story itself. So yes, good descriptions are important for your story, but don't overcompensate, don't over exaggerate situations that don't need to be prolonged for that amount of time. The last thing I would like to say in terms of keeping your readers engaged is that engage with your readers. Your readers will most likely leave comments on your story, maybe on your wall. They might even leave you messages in your inbox. You know, they might have a question about the story, they might have a question about Wattpad in general. But in essence, you should really try and reach out to these readers and reply to them, have conversations with them, and be friendly with them, because these are the same people who will support your story and support your other works, you know, going forward. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, whether you're new to Wattpad or you're struggling on the website, and I hope these tips really help you out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.